All right, Saturday afternoon. I figured I would get this out of the way now. Let me go ahead and move this forward. There we go. Ooh, there we go. Very nice. Now it's in my face. Yeah, I figured I'd get this out of the way so I can just focus on some other stuff for the rest of the day. It's nice outside, so I'm gonna be outside for pretty much the remainder of the day. And then I have some other stuff going on tonight, so I probably won't have time. But we can go ahead and get this started now. Football Tactics and Glory World. You know, if you're familiar with the channel, you know I cover this pretty extensively. It's mainly just beta testing for Creo Team is the main reason I do it. And also to kind of show off the game, kind of keep interest and the fans engaged and whatnot. Do them a little bit of a favor, you know? Yeah, it's the next game. It has some new stuff, as you'd expect. I'm also going through a campaign where I'm testing a bunch of different things. I'll choose different nations based on the football and culture, so just to kind of test that out and see how things are working. Let me see. I'm using Scotland. Obviously, Scotland has its own bonus. Yes, sorry about that. Yeah, let's see. So using Scotland, Scotland has a unique bonus. The idea for the game is to have every country with its own football and culture. So Scotland has their own culture, Germany has their own culture. It's mainly the big European nations that have their own football and culture right now. And then we'll get a few more later on. It's pretty interesting. You know, I'm trying Scotland right now. After Scotland, I'll probably go to another esoteric culture. Something that Creo Team has an idea about, but they don't really know how it works in practice. You know, there's some obvious things like Spain and England and France. Those are pretty straightforward. There's some other culture that they might not be set on. So for example, I don't think they were really set on Scotland's culture, so when I had tested that. Germany's culture was one they weren't set on either, you know, but you know, it's really just making a case by actually playing the game, you know? Showing off cases where it's still useful, it can be really useful, depending on the player, depending on the situation, you know, the place where you are in the game and stuff. So Scotland's is pretty good. I mean, any percentile bonus is going to be good because that scales. Any scaling bonus is going to be good no matter what it is. So 150% of current passing, which means they're always going to have an advantage no matter what league you're in. Even when you're at the Premier League, when players normally have like 100 plus passing, these guys are going to have like 200 and beyond when their ability kicks in, which means it's going to be pretty much impossible to stop them from passing. And it's neat because you've kind of seen that happen in the lower leagues, and it's kind of scaling properly, I think. But I'm going to play a few matches. You know, if you're familiar with Manager's Journey, a lot of this is going to look very similar. There are a few new things as well in terms of campaign options and general behind the scenes stuff that you wouldn't necessarily see. Someone would have to point out the way that the AI kind of interacts and manages their players and whatnot. A lot of new things there as well. And then, of course, we have championships, national championships with the actual national teams. And you can kind of look at the teams. Depending on your campaign option, I have the option that hides the information. I have that chosen because I've been playing this game for so long. You know, I needed something to spice it up, honestly. So I can't really see any of this based on my scouting level. And before a game, I won't be able to see the formation, so I can't see the formation either. But you can see the players. And if you have the requisite recruitment level or scouting level, you'll be able to see the the different player stats and skills and whatnot. But yeah, I mean, you have national tournaments now, you have national teams, which is like the big selling point of this game. You'll still be kind of going through the campaign from the amateur league to the Premier League, but you can also coach national teams now. And that will give you reputation gains based on the results, similar to any other coaching goals would. So for example, if I go here and I go to coach and I check this out, I can see the current contract and I have goals that I need to complete. When I'm coaching a national team, it will be very similar, where I'll have goals that the I guess the owner or the president or the man in charge wants me to complete, and then it will kind of give me a reward if I complete it. You know, if I don't complete it, I might be hit with a penalty and whatnot. It's very similar. Of course, it's a good way to earn a lot of reputation because the national team is a top of the top. And then some of the goals will vary. It's not going to be like win the World Cup in X number of years. Some of them will be like get to the semifinals in a continental cup or something. So you have some leeway there. And then obviously there are new mechanics that come with it when it comes to managing players, selecting your squad. All sorts of different things are there as well. It would be nice to get into it at some point. Generally, the way I do it is I do a full playthrough and testing, just because Creo Team themselves are obviously working on it, so they're kind of working with the national team component directly. You know, but in terms of actually building up a team organically or building up a coach organically, that's not really something they have time to do. Which is why I'm still doing these amateur league to Premier League campaigns, you know? At some point, I might just start in the Premier League just to get national teams underway so I can actually test it in like a single sitting. But we'll see how that works, you know? Let's see, if we go back to this campaign in progress, we're in the second league. If you've been following along, you know that this is like year number 4, I think, at this point. Let me go ahead. This is also on normal mode. I could do hard mode, but I don't think it really works for testing. Like to actually go from point A to point B as quickly as possible. I'd want to do that, as opposed to doing hard mode and testing out all these different things in terms of campaign settings and whatnot. So I'm just doing the default difficulty, which is pretty interesting with the new campaign options, honestly. It is a bit challenging in the sense that there are things that you can't do, different things that you have to work with, different things you have to take into consideration and whatnot. Let's go ahead and look at the transfer market. I tend to look at the extended list, at least 2 leagues below, or at least in the bottom leagues below me, so I can see if there are any diamonds in the rough. Sometimes there are, sometimes there aren't. It really just depends, honestly. What am I looking for? I'm looking for young, unknown players, essentially. I'm looking for youth that can potentially help me build up my team. So guys like this are good. Adams is also good. Like, these are some pretty solid players right here. Rowan's a 1-star player, but he's relatively cheap in terms of glory cost and monetary value, so maybe I'll grab him. I would grab Rowan simply because he's young, so I might be able to sell him for a much greater profit, as opposed to Adams, who's 20 years old, because ultimately I do have a lot of unknown players here as well. Let me sell Lindsay, because I'm not going to do anything with him. Yeah, so it is important to ensure that you have reserves. I think the biggest blocking point in this game, in a campaign, is when you're not keeping up with your squad's age and you have a bunch of older players on your team. They age out of the game all at the same time, and now you're kind of stuck with a lackluster squad. So it helps to kind of plan for that in the transfer market a lot of the time as well. I'm going to grab Rowan, and then I'm probably going to wait a little bit. I need to make sure that my contracts are taken care of as well. I think I have one more contract, maybe. No, contracts are fine. And then I can also look at my extended list, which is not my watch list is what it's called. I can't really afford anybody here, which is not surprising, honestly. Now let's go ahead and see what we're working with. And then obviously we've loaned out these two players. You can immediately see that McAllister's getting played because the stamina is being used. What about McPhee? McPhee hasn't been played. We can also take a look at the team. They're both on Renton FC. McPhee... Reserve squad, huh? Put him in the reserve squad for now. Renton FC is in my league. So they're gonna have players that are on par with these guys. I also have this guy. Can I sell him? It might be a good idea to sell him now. I bought him for that. That's what I spent on his contracts. He's older. His current contract ends in 7 months. Once it ends, he's probably gonna leave. He is a decent player, but I did get him when he was pretty old. I got him when he was like 31. So I might actually sell him right now. And then Kelman's actually on his way to becoming a CF, so Kelman can take his place. And his interest is high, so I feel like now is the time if I really want to get rid of him. I won't get much for the trade though. That's my only issue. It's not a lot. Let me see again. I purchased him for 15. That's actually a loss. Yeah, I'd be giving him up at a loss. So it might be worth it to just hold on to him, honestly. So let's do that. Let's just keep him. Let's also get some of these guys up and running. It is a bit difficult to push some of the younger generation sometimes. Generally, what you want to do is you want to play like maybe 1 or 2 lower class players, just so they're not holding back your entire team, and then you can kind of feed them the ball occasionally. Like every time you play one of them, you're giving up skills and whatnot that another player would be able to field. So I also have a longer personal list because I have invested in my scout infrastructure. So if we look at it, you can actually see that I have a second scout. I have a star in second scout, so I have up to 9 on my list. You know, I can get up to 11 and whatnot. And this is a much bigger deal than I think people recognize, because your personal list allows you to buy players at a discount. So there's generally like an asking price for a player. When they're on your personal list, you get a discount, like an innate discount, right? And then if you get the specific coaching skills, because coaches can actually gain abilities, if I go over there, you have different types of abilities for different types of coaches. You know, depending on the skills that you obtain, you can also get even more bonuses on your personal list. So you can see minus 3% because of this, and you have a few others as well. So let's see. So if I go here, you can see I'm actually getting the bonus here. Also, every scout upgrade decreases the value of footballers by 3%. So I can get a huge discount here versus the extended list, which you're paying much more for them on this list, and you're not getting any type of discount at all. Yeah, so it can be really important to invest in the scouting tree this time. And then you also have those new campaign options, or those new campaign settings. We have the hiring agents and whatnot. And the hiring agents are based on the average level of your scouts, and that will give you information on various players. So, you know, it's not really something you ignore if you're going to focus on the youth academy. Like, a popular way of building up a team is to focus on the youth academy in the current game, and you kind of do youth academy training grounds and you ignore scout center. You know, now there's a reason to invest in the scouting center, and then obviously the medical centers for injuries and whatnot. Yeah, but let's see. They want to buy my goalkeeper. I mean, if they're the better goalkeeper, if there's someone who can take his place, maybe. I doubt there is, though, to be honest. I think the search screen is new. I honestly can't remember. Like, I've been testing this for so long that it's hard to remember what's what sometimes. I think this game's been in development since like last year, if I remember correctly, like last year summer. It's been almost a year. And then, of course, you know, they would have been working on it long before I got access to it, so. Yeah, but this might be new. Well, not the extended list. The extended list has some new pieces to it, right? But the search screen is new, where you can actually check for specific players. And I like the way they did this, because you don't have access to every single player in the game. It's still based on your scouting level and everything else that goes into your club. So if I was going to do something like that, and then I probably did this, I might get, yeah, I won't get anybody, because I'm not qualified to look for 5-star players, you know? I'd have to go lower, maybe 2-star, I might get somebody. Yeah, and then I'll get some 2-star players from various countries and various clubs. And then obviously, I can also kind of do stuff like this, search in foreign leagues, show unknown costs. And it's basically just taking out a lot of the busy work that comes with manually going to a league, going to a team, and then saying, you know, can I even afford this player, or what would his asking price be? It kind of does all that work for you. You're still limited though, so again, you're not able to see literally everybody. So if I do that, if minimum giftedness is 3, it's not going to return anybody, because I don't have the ability to scout for that yet. I'd have to invest in the scouting infrastructure to actually get it. Yes, that's cool stuff too. Again, this is pretty much this is half strategy, half tactics when it comes to a game. You know, you can spend your entire gameplay session in these screens. You know, I've spent almost 20 minutes just going through these screens. And that's because it's heavily based on Football Manager, which is a big strategic game as well, big management game. And then it's also its own unique thing as well. So let's get into the tactical area, right? You know, obviously when it comes to tactics, you know, if you're familiar with this game, all of this is basically just news that you know, but I tend to talk about it anyway. If you're used to this game, you know that the tactics portion is pretty important as well. You don't have to play the matches if you don't want to. You can sim them and you'll never see a match at all. You can also watch them so the AI plays it. The cool thing is, even if you do a sim, you know, what you do on the screen still matters. Your players still have an impact on the game. It's not just like looking at your team and rolling dice, the strength of your team versus the opponent. It's still looking at the positions and the skills and all that stuff, and it's coming to a decision based on that, which is pretty cool, you know? It'd be really easy to just look at the strength of the team and just say, here, they win by X amount for whatever reason. It still calculates the stats and everything else. So, you know, I know there are a lot of people that don't like the tactical layer of the game. You know, you can still have a lot of fun with it regardless. Like, I'll never understand it, but there are guys in various sports games who just like to sim it. I think you guys are crazy, but hey, you know, different strokes, right? Let's see, we got these players on this team. They're also a 3-star team, of course they are. Generally, what you want to do in this game is you want to get promoted as quickly as possible, even if you're outmatched, because you get better rewards when you're in higher leagues. Better rewards allows you to get up to speed more quickly. You know, you get access to players in the transfer market that you wouldn't have access to in lower leagues and stuff like that. But it also means a lot of the time you'll be fighting a lot of giants. So for example, I'm in this league, I should be in the bottom 3. I'm very close to the bottom 3 based on the strength of everybody else. So a lot of the time it's going to be a challenge just to avoid relegation. But you do have a lot of advantages that the AI doesn't have. You know, you have the ability to analyze the field before a match begins, to look at the opponent. If you have the option to view everything, you'll be able to see where everyone's placed. Even in this option where you have limited information, you still have information. So I can still kind of plan based on this, and then you can make adjustments during a game that the AI can't make. There are also some options that will limit you even further. I know there's one option that both hides the opposing formation and prevents you from changing the state of your formation during a half, so you have to wait until halftime, which really restricts you from making like minute changes on like a set piece play, after a corner kick, after a goal, during a throw-in and whatnot. So you can get really crazy with it. I personally didn't like it because I think football is more fluid than that. You know, coaches will tell players to go back and forth and whatnot. So Yeah, I wasn't a huge fan of that, but I could understand why Creo Team implemented it for sure. Yeah, let's see what we got here. We start with the ball, so we're going to do the usual pressing. You know, I like to kind of do the press-based approach here, where we're kind of keeping the ball up in their half, really. Let's see what they're using, though. They have a 4-3-3, they have a sweeper, and they have a fullback, so the right-hand side is going to be pretty much covered. It's possible to play on the right, I'm just going to have to make some concessions if I do. You know, just because he's on the right doesn't mean I can't play there, it just means I'm going to be a bit limited. They also have a DM. I'm not really worried about the DM. There are so many ways past the DM that I stopped caring a long time ago. They're pretty good against the AI, but eventually the AI will get players that are good enough to just bypass them as well. But they're solid enough. And then they have a CD and a DF. They have the sweeper. The sweeper's gonna be a 3-star player at least because I can't see his information, and I can see information for players up to 2 stars right now. So I know he's gonna be really good. So I probably want to play around him. I don't know where the CD is gonna be, so I'm kind of guessing here. Yeah, I don't. And they have a strong goalkeeper. So based on the fact that I can't see the sweeper's information, you know, I know that he's at least a 3-star. He's going to be very hard to shoot through. So I might want a different approach here. I'm also going to take Allardyce out and play Atkins. Although that's not a great choice. But Allardyce is also a fullback. He's a bit older. I could play Full of Love. It might be a good time to play Full of Love, honestly. But I also want to play in the middle. And then what do they have? They have Nutmeg. They have two forwards and a CF. Yeah. I might want to play Allardyce just because I'm going to want that fullback, that potential fullback. Then I'll play him. And then what else are we going for? We'll keep you because his control's so low, he might be able to get something off. And then we might do one more. We probably want to bring a younger guy out. So we're going to take you out, I think. Let's take you out. You're 28. Let's put a younger guy in. Let's put a younger guy in who's playing further up the field. Probably a forward, I think, is what we need. So Gilmore. And then we might do Gilmore later. Just so we have an opportunity to train up a player. And then their control's decent on him. So instead of, I think instead of McNee, although McNee's really good, Calderwood makes more sense. Just because Calderwood would be able to get the free pressing, I think. That might be the better choice. It is kind of limiting what I can do. So maybe I'll want to do that as well. Maybe I'll play Kelman just in case I need to strike. And then I can bring McNee in later. You know, I can do all of that. Let's actually get into the game though, because that was a lot, wasn't it? And we'll kind of bring it in a little bit as well. And then we're gonna go into the match. Yeah, but you can see you can spend a lot of time on the strategic level. I would say if you don't like looking at menus and planning out games and stuff, this probably isn't the game for you because there's a lot of that. Just very cerebral in that sense. Because most of the game is won and lost on this screen before you even get into the match itself. You know, if you don't have a solid formation, if you don't have a solid plan, a lot of the time nothing else really matters. So let's see. That's their formation. It makes sense because he can potentially do that. There are a few things I can do. They do have a DM. I'm not that worried though, if I'm being completely honest. I can actually give it to him and the DM can tackle. I don't mind it. Move Allardyce up here. Probably right here. Move him all the way over there. We're going to hold the ball. Yeah, he gets free pressing though. That's going to be an issue. Should have moved him all the way down. It's alright though. He has solid control, but his passing's not good. So I wonder what he's going to try to do. Good question. I could fly a tackle, but I won't because I don't think I need to. I'm actually gonna do this. Let's see. I wonder if I should take the ball. He does have layoff pass, so he's probably gonna do it. And he has nutmeg, if I'm not mistaken. So he might try to nutmeg too. They do have some options though. So maybe I'll just take the ball. Yeah, we'll just do that. The last thing I want to do is allow them to attack from the side. And then we'll play it up there. Why not? Okay, the sweeper is out of position. That's good. Which means if we get down to the edge, we can take a shot into the box. But the thing is we have to get there. Let's see if I can get the DF over there. I don't know if I can. Defense. Let's see. 18 defense. Maybe I don't need to. Maybe we just do that. And we just stifled him, right? And then someone's gonna need to win the ball here. That's a CD. We'll move him there. They no longer have the sweeper in the box. They're gonna have to lob it. They have to lob it. Okay, they're just gonna do that. Guess they didn't have to lob it. Ooh, good goal. I was thinking he wouldn't be able to get it. I shouldn't have moved that DF earlier. No worries, no worries. We'll just do this instead then. I'm thinking about keeping the ball, but I can't keep it there. Huh. He has 71, he has 27. Could also cross it over here. I do have some options. I might actually go for this instead. Yeah, again, there are so many ways past the DM that I've stopped worrying about them a long time ago. And we're going to go ahead and shift the attack there. Shift it to the right-hand side. You know, the CD's over there. And we're going to go ahead and cross. Yeah, his control is so bad. Even though I'm all the way out here, it's a decent chance to score. So that kind of works out in my favor. That's why it's important to give goalkeepers some measure of control. Even if it's not a lot. 97-7 on a goalkeeper is not good. If you do that, you have to give them playing out. And then even then, it might not be enough. And now I think we're going to pull everybody back here. He has 76. He has that. We're just going to pull him back, I think. We only need to do him. And we'll make them pass through too, at the very least. And I'm also going to play him back just in case I get the ball and they foul me, which then gives me the opportunity to attack. Which, you know, which would be important, you know? So let's do that. Yeah, we'll do that, I think. And then we're going to see if we can defend. This is going to be tough. They're going to pass it. He has 91. That's smart. He has 91. Yeah, he's a threat, of course. 91 accuracy is quite big. It's a big number. Yeah, so he's going to be a threat, of course. 2-star player. 91, 34. Interesting. He might be maxed out at level 50, actually, now that I think about it. He has 72 passing. There are some things I can do to try and counteract it. But I'm not sure if I want to play someone else at the back. Probably not. Let's see what else is going on. We got Masters. I could do this, I guess, and then I could play him back here. We'll leave you in. We'll take you out. Let's put in Clark, actually. Clark is even weaker, but I think I need to win it in the middle. So regardless of how weak Clark is, it doesn't really matter. Let's see what else we're gonna do here. I want to do Gilmore, but I also want to win the game, or at least draw, if nothing else, so I'm gonna leave them out for now. And ideally, I'm gonna force them to pass it like this, and then they'll just double up or something. Let's see if we can actually pull it off, though. Let's hope they pass through that square. Oh, they didn't get it. Good try, though. We tried. That was exactly why I did that. 91 is still a lot. Yeah, he's just tough to stop. Yeah, but they also can't really stop this. They might make a sub. They do make subs in these situations. Like if you keep abusing a specific avenue of attack in this game, or at least in World, now they'll actually adapt before they need to sub out a player. So if I do this again, they might actually sub to change the formation. Yeah, this is a solid chance to stop them though. I just need to kind of rely on these two to do it. And then he's motivated. Okay, right. They realize that it's not worth trying this time, so they did that instead. So their AI is smart enough to realize when something's a risk. Yeah, it just feels impossible to stop this guy. I might have to change this. Yeah, but I have to take a risk if I do that. We'll see. There's a way to make it harder for him to shoot through the middle. It's doing something like this, so they kind of combine. Or in this case, I guess it would just be this, but it's gonna be tough no matter what. Let's take out Calderwood and put in Gilmore now. Let's actually do good. Let's do this guy, right? Just to get him in the game. Yeah, because all I really need to do is pass here. They still have the sweeper there for some reason. Alright, let's see. Are you guys gonna try again is the question. Also, he's starting to run out of energy as well. I'll make that sub too. Oh, he has 72 though. 72 is a lot. Yeah, let's see if we can finally get a save. Oh, come on, guys. I'm surprised they haven't made the sub yet. I'm actually shocked. Well, I guess we'll keep doing it. Yeah, they really need someone in the middle, right here, if he's gonna have that. If he's gonna have control at that low. All right, we're playing for a draw now. God, now we're never gonna get it. 72. Well, he's getting experience. Oh, he finally got a save. Let's go. Okay. Yeah, I like it. Yeah, but what now? What now though? Now enough to get it through him. Yikes. Ooh, hello, McDowell. Maybe. Oh, invisible ball, right? What would be the play though? I don't know, honestly. I mean, I can probably get it to you, but what are you gonna do with it? Yeah, an invisible ball. I could give it to Kellerman, but Kellerman can't do it. Yeah, because of him. Yeah, but AMs are so good though. Like, take a look at this. Minus 45%. Well, let's see. He's an AM, right? So it's minus 35, which isn't great, but it would be like minus 70 if it was someone else. So at least he might get a precision shot through. And then he has 85 defense, precision shot, precision shot. Power shot would be the better play, but their defense is so high I don't think it can actually work out here. Maybe I'll just cross my fingers. Let me think about this. He's a DF. Nah. It's either that or I'd have to play for the foul, which I can't do. So just cross your fingers. Yeah, didn't think so. Yeah, the ball disappeared again, which is a bug that Creo team is aware of. I'm surprised they didn't make the substitution to stop the head play. They normally do that when you're abusing a tactic. They'll absolutely just change formation. Like you'll see the pop-up come up, formation changed, and they cut that off. I'm actually surprised. Yeah, but they had that one forward who was just having a dead game, really. We finally got a save, but it was too late. I would have liked to see that save when I had more time, then I could have counterattacked in some way. I also should have moved the left wing forward inside. That way I could have given the ball to him and used nutmeg, and that would have been another avenue of attack. So there were some options. I also could have kept the right wing midfielder in, and he could have run the flank there instead, and then that would have had the potential cross for another goal. So there are a lot of different options. Let's see. It wasn't a complete waste. We did get experience. Clark got some experience. Obviously, the goalkeeper got a ton of experience, and we got 4 goals, which matters when it comes to gaining a payout. I can't remember how much I get per goal. It's like 3,000 or something, if I remember correctly. It's something like that. So we still get paid out, even though we lost. We get a little bonus there. The bigger issue is the fact that we're in the bottom 3 now. That's not good. It's just a 1 goal difference, but yeah, that was enough to kick us into the bottom of the group. And now you can see the president's not gonna like it, right? In the relegation zone. Not great. So we need to do something about that. What I like about this game, what I like about Manager's Journey and the whole idea of playing to the president, if you can hit the unacceptable performance tier, and you can still come out unscathed if you handle things correctly on the political side. So for example, I could be relegated and it would drop my the management's mood down, but I can do various things to kind of keep it from being absolutely terrible. I can bring it back up into like the neutral zone if I use different abilities. For example, I can, let's see if I can find it. Yeah, I can talk to the president. I can convince him that I'm doing a really good job, and then maybe he'll actually improve his mood and whatnot. And you have the ability, you learn it as a coach. So again, different coach abilities, which is pretty nice. And you can make a certain type of coach. You can make like a fiery coach who always motivates the guys on the field. You can make a coach who's focused more on team building, a coach who's more focused on keeping management happy and stuff like that. Just based on the skills that you choose. So depending on how things go, I might need to use this. There's no penalty, so it's always worth doing at least once, I think. It's not like asking for money, which provides the penalty because, you know, you're getting money, which is a much bigger deal than getting a mood boost. Yeah, but let's do maybe another 2 or 3, I think. Someone wants McNee. You're out of your mind. There's no way I'm giving him up. Are you crazy? No. Maybe, alright, hold on. Give me 1 million and we'll talk. I've seen people do it. It's like you've requested more 3 times and they're like, okay, take like quadruple the original amount. We really want them. I could also look at the team that's asking and I could get some information on them. They're a first league team. It looks like they have 1 3-star player. They have a lot of 2 stars. So they might be able to pay more. So you can even do things like that when you're kind of looking at potential trades or sales. You can look at the team asking for the sale, and you can determine whether or not you should push your luck and ask for more money, or whether or not you should just call it at the current valuation. I'm pretty sure they'll come back at least once, though. It looks like they could probably manage to scrounge up like 500,000. And then also, it's not just about the money, it's also about who's available. Like, if I sell him, is there anyone else worth buying? Not really, you know? Transfer market's kind of scarce. In the amateur league, he would be better because he's from the Netherlands. They get total football, but he's not very good right now, honestly. I think we're 2 below the next team. Renton FC is getting beat up, though. Man. They've won like no games. That's crazy. They also stopped using my guys. Coaches do have their own decisions to make when it comes to like the strategic layer as well. You know, a lot of stuff under the hood you probably wouldn't even be aware of. But coaches do make their own strategic decisions as well. So I feel like what Renton FC is doing now is they're playing for club growth, you know? They've won 0 games. They've pretty much lost every single game they've played. That's 15 losses. That's crazy. So I feel like at this point the coach has kind of relegated himself to just losing and getting relegated back to the third league. He's kind of focused on just growing the player base now. I need to get some more wins in because I don't have enough wins. Let's see if we can start playing for wins. We might be able to do it here. I don't think this team's that amazing. Let me just restart because that fixes the ball disappearing bug. Knowing Creole team, they'll have it done before like Monday, but we'll see. I think it's happening on the main branch too, because I think they're still updating the main game, if I'm not mistaken. Like they're not doing content updates, it's more bug fixes. So like they're doing like performance updates and things like that for lower end systems and stuff. So I think this bug got carried over, which sucks. Like I get it, you're working with the same code base across multiple efforts. The nice thing is if they fix it for this game, they'll fix it for the other one at the same time. But let's get this going. I need to start thinking about wins. So I'll continue to play you know. I need to at least make like 25 glory at the very least. To make sure I at least break even somewhat. What else we got going on? You got a 5-2-3. You got a sweeper, CD. Okay. And a fullback, which means the left-hand side is going to be covered. He's not amazing, though, so that's a good thing. The front has 2 universal forwards with good control, so I'm going to need someone with slide tackle to kind of deal with them, so he'll play back there. We'll play here, at least to start. And then my scouts can see everything based on my scouting level, which is good as well. Also, I don't think I'm really going to spend glory on anybody this time, so I'm probably going to invest in something else. I think I'm going to spend some additional money on the Scout Center. And I'm probably going to upgrade... The first Scout. I'm not really going to be using the Youth Academy. Like occasionally I'll dump something in there, but it's not going to be my go-to. It's really going to be the scouts, because when you upgrade the scouts, they also upgrade your hiring agents and your international agents, so it makes a lot of sense. You get more value from the Scout Center this time around, I think. The Youth Academy basically just spits out like 1 player every 6 months, and he may or may not be a player that you want. With the Scout Center, you can get like 2 or 3 per transfer period, depending on the bonuses that you've applied. One thing I just noticed, cause this is 43 minutes. Let me make a note of this. I'll bookmark those areas that are new bugs. Like ultimately, it's a low effort stream. I'm not really into the whole work hard at content creation, because YouTube really doesn't reward you for that. So I'm not really doing that unless something really piques my interest. And then I want to share it with people, you know, as opposed to trying to grow a channel. I really don't care. But for this, I will bookmark bugs for Creo Team, just because that helps them out. And I know it helps them out because they said it. You know, it kind of helps to let people know when things are working and they're not. So let's see. 44 minutes, and I'm going to explain it now. Okay, 44 minutes, cool. That's all I need to say. All right, so cause when you get a look at this, I just upgraded my Scout Center over here. Basically, I upgraded the first Scout, and it reset my hiring agent. So I had like hiring agents for another few days. Once I did that, it reset everything here. So now I kind of have to spend money to do this all over again. So you know what to do. When you have a chance to look at it, take a look at it. That's another bug that probably went under the radar. Right. And so back to the actual testing. Looking to win this game. We're going to have to be aggressive, I think. Once their forwards get the ball, it's going to be an issue. They don't really have anything scary in the midfield. They do have McKinnon, though. McKinnon's going to be an issue for sure. They also have that guy. He's not great, though. If I could potentially get, like, Kelman in there, maybe. Kelman could take a shot. He could also shoot from the wing. From that wing, so I might be able to play him on the right-hand side. I'm also going to do McNee. And I'm going to play these guys. Just trying to figure out who's going to take the ball first. Maybe instead of you, maybe you play back here. And maybe you play up here. Maybe we'll do that instead. I haven't used Full of Love in a while. You can see his interest is low. He hasn't gotten a lot of play because he's not very good. Like, I got him on the cheap, I think, if I remember correctly. And he was an English player. Well, that's not cheap. That's a little more than I thought. But I played him for 14 matches that season. That wasn't terrible. He's not a terrible player. He's just not great, you know? He's not the best. Let's see. We might play Clark later, I think. And I'd like to make Masters a CD. Clark is the better CD. Never mind. Clark needs to become a CD. The Masters, maybe a DF. Might be a good idea. Let's see. I'm trying to figure out how to play this. They do have the fullback, though. The fullback's going to be an issue. And they do have the forward, who's also going to be an issue. I'm going to play them together because I don't know where their players are. Alright, that should be it. And do they have a sweeper? Hold on. They have a sweeper, so we're going to do the sweeper killer. We're going to cut him off so we can actually take that shot. Yeah, so part of this is going to rely on keeping possession for a turn, as well as repositioning. We're going to take a look at what they have. I figured they had something like that. So they have the left-hand side covered. They do have a CM, though. And then they have the, that guy right there. Okay. Yeah, the CM being right there is not good. Because he's just going to press. Ooh, nice. Let's see. Now, I do wish I could just hold the ball without actually doing anything, but, you know, he has good defense, so it's going to be tough. I should still be fine if I can keep possession right here. He has to win the ball. He won it. I was hoping he didn't, obviously. Yeah, if he didn't win that ball, and now he's holding it. He's Scottish, so he's gonna hold it. I have to make a choice here. Do I go for the slide tackle? I have to, because if I don't, let me think. Gonna press. Gonna do that. Ah, that's terrible. At least foul him. Yeah, do that. That's a terrible start, for sure. It's not what we wanted. Alright, we're gonna play you back there. We're gonna play, let's see. What do they have? They don't have a lot. No, we still need someone here. I had some ideas for possible nationality bonuses. I mean, let Kaz know. He's always willing to hear out what people have to say, for sure. You let him know on the Discord. You can also let him know on Steam. He's active in both places. So just pitch them if you want them, if you want to. Because, you know, we still have a bunch of countries that are going to need bonuses. So he'll entertain them. No promises, of course. What do you got? You're going to cross it? No, he's going to shoot. Good save, though. We needed that save. Man, we really needed that save. Let's see. It's not over yet, though. McDowell is the guy. Look at his control. Okay, McDowell, you're the man, McDowell. Let's see. McKinnon's still a lot. Yeah, the ball's invisible again. They'll resolve it eventually. I'm not worried about it. Yeah, that's perfect. What are you gonna do though? Let me see. Let me see if they see it. Do they see the play? No, they didn't see it. I think the AI would have blocked this off if I was further upfield, but they didn't actually see it. Okay, so we give it to McNee. We give it to Kelman, who's gonna take the... Yeah, that's fine. Even if it's 8 versus 8, this is in my favor. Anytime the goalkeeper has to roll the save, it's in your favor. It could literally be like 10 versus 100, it's in your favor. Because remember, they can roll poorly. They just need to roll poorly once, and that's a goal. You know, so that's always good. And we score, you know? There you go. Good stuff, good stuff. That was a bit iffy there though, I'm not gonna lie. That was a bit sketchy. Man, McDowell though, jeez. This guy's good. Worth the acquisition, I think. Sure. Let's see what we got. Now we move you back. We're gonna leave you there. I feel like they're gonna give it to him, so we're gonna bring Allardyce back. He's not a very good defensive fullback, but he's a good winger for sure. He just happens to be a fullback too. That's also why I like dual classing, because you can kind of just switch on the fly like this and it will take. Yeah, but let's see what they're gonna do. I'm curious. Let's see what you guys are gonna do. It's still invisible, yeah. Yeah, are you gonna pass it across? No, yeah, they're gonna pass it like that, I think. As a given, right. Alright, that's fine. He's also that's his second yellow card. It's not great. He needed to do it though. I had no choice. He absolutely needed to do it. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna play the ball forward with Allardyce on this next run through. He's gonna play the ball forward. Let's put in, I'm trying to think here. Maybe Calderwood. Thinking. Yeah, he needs to come out. Let's do him. Just because having an AM is always useful. Like, this is the point in the game where you're trying to figure out how to play it, you know? Like, how do I play it from here? He's actually the better choice. I need to undo that. Yeah, he's actually better. Keep him there. Because he has layoff pass. He can actually get him into position. I can take another cannon shot. But I want to play it forward with Allardyce, and then Allardyce is actually going to nutmeg through here for a big opportunity. If I do it properly and block this off, he can actually shoot on goal, actually. Let's see. Might be able to do it. Things have to roll our way, though. Okay. Okay, he's going to pass through. It's the same difference, though. It's no different. Another weird choice. He has so much control, though. Can I win it? Should I aggressive tackle here? It's so risky. He's also in the middle, so I can't press for free. Yeah, but he has 30, but he has that. It's not worth it. I need to press. Yeah, I need to press. It's better than aggressive tackle. Because if I failed the aggressive tackle, I was gonna get carded. It's probably gonna be a red card because it's from the side. He's a forward. He's gonna get to go again. So is he? Jeez. Let's see. It's a tough one. Who has long pass? You have it. Let's do you. Ugh, jeez. Long pass. Yeah, we're gonna do that. Yeah, now we just have to play possession football. Yeah, he's over here, right? He's gonna foul him if he fails. Right. Fortunately, I held the ball, so it reduces the chance of an injury a little bit. But that was pretty dangerous, so I need to take him out. Trying to figure out who to play though. How's Atkins looking? He has RM. He has RM potential as well. We're gonna put Atkins in. He's out of position, but he's gonna grow anyway. And probably leave him there. We're gonna make the sub. Atkins gonna have the ball. Let's see. And I'm just holding it here because I'm trying to set up now that the ball's on this side. Ideally, I would just have Allardyce running it, but ooh, that's no good. That's no good. What are you gonna do? Am I gonna slide? He already have a card though. Feel like I have to slide. Okay, we got it. Now he needs to get rid of the ball. He can't keep it. Can I kick the ball out? I mean, I might be able to. That would give them another opportunity though. So that's not worth it. Yeah, just play it forward. I was thinking about kicking the ball out and bringing in that that lone player, but I need the win. I need to just shut it down right there. So we'll take that. Hammerich is gonna be tired. He needs to rest. He's also gonna be suspended, so he has to rest. No choice. We'll take that. There was an opportunity for another shot on goal somewhere in there, but it didn't pan out. They had that forward with a ton of defense. That's where the issue came up. He's 32. Huh. In this case, I would probably go stamina, honestly. Just because he's so crucial. It's probably better to start going down that tree. He's also 32. So in order for him to actually learn head play, I would have to go for this as well. Probably for that. It's a tough call, honestly. I probably need to go stamina, and I need to go for this one. So basically, when he's on the bench, he recovers energy a lot faster. So for someone like this, whose primary purpose is being on the field, probably need to do that. He's old, so the recovery is going to be slower. You know, if he was a little younger, I would have gone for that other node of skill training instead, and worked towards filling that tree out. But I don't think it's worth it. Yeah, he's a really good player, but he's just old. Let's do one more because it is very nice outside. And there's no telling if it's going to rain again, you know? So, got to take advantage of it when you can. We'll do one more game. And then I might play another game, do another session tomorrow. I don't mind doing one like every single weekend day. Like Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I don't mind it. It'd probably be early morning or probably be late morning or early afternoon though. Because it's a Sunday, you know, I spend my entire week sitting in front of a computer, racking my brain over stuff. We don't want to do it all weekend too. So we're gonna do another one tomorrow as well. I think tomorrow we're gonna do a World Cup. You know, we're gonna give the campaign a break. Cause also asked me to do the World Cup, so just to test that mode out a little bit more. So that'd probably be useful. And then that would allow us to kind of deep dive into the nationality aspect of the game, you know? You know, everybody's familiar with the campaign. The World Cup mode is new. It's using a lot of the things that are pretty much driving the game. I mean, it's called Football Tactics in Glory World, so that one should be useful. So I'll do that one. And then I don't know which team to play in that one. I think last time I did Germany. We could do another one. We could do one of the big countries. We might do Spain. Let's do Spain. We'll do Spain tomorrow. And we can kind of look at tiki-taka. That's another football and culture that's been implemented. Yeah, I knew they would come back again. It's pretty obvious. They're offering 434 now, which is like double the previous offer, more or less. Slightly above, I think. That's 424. Yeah, so it's 10,000 more. they would be willing to go up to 5,000. I can already tell that they'd be willing to go all the way to 5,000. Again, you have to think about it because it's not just some money. It's like, yeah, I could sell him for $500,000 and now I have $500,000 in my bank. But what am I losing, and who's going to replace him? The transfer list right now is terrible. The extended list is also pretty bad. So is it worth it? This guy is like a first league tier player who's 20 years old. Like, I don't even know how I found him. How'd I find him? I can actually check. I just bought him outright, yeah. Yeah, I just got lucky, basically. So do I really want to sell him? Like, he has a lot of potential, too. He maxes out at level 70. That's way up there. He really starts hitting limitations at 60, which is over the cap, over the line for Premier League level players, really. And he has solid accuracy. It's not terrible. It's not amazing. I could see him playing like an attacking midfielder role where he's kind of playing up there. He's delivering the ball into the box with long pass, or he's running into the box and receiving the ball for an attempt on goal or something. And then obviously he's crossing it. I could see him doing stuff like that. I don't see him holding the ball all that often, so I'm probably going to do accuracy passing for him. Yeah, but I think you have to take a break, don't you? But you're going to have to take a break regardless. And then we are above these guys on goal difference alone. So it's a good thing we had that 4-5 game a while ago, because that kind of kept us in the running, I think. And there were only one below these other two, and we're only 5 below 8th place, so it's doable. I think on goal difference I can actually go above them. Yeah. If I draw this game and they lose their next game, I'll be in 9th place, just based on goal difference. That might be a good idea. So let's see, you need to take a break because you're tired. If I don't bench you now, you're going to be forced to bench when you get injured. It's just how the game works. When they're tired, you have to bench them, or you should. Because next thing you know, they get fouled and now they're out for like half a year, especially the older guys. So you got to be smart about that. So he's going to sit in the reserve squad. He also just got that ability that boosted recovery when he's in the reserve squad. So he's going to be ready to go next game, which is why I opted for that. Let's do the last game. They're doing a 4-4-2. I'm just trying to visualize what they're fielding. I also like that about this option too. That's one of the main reasons I wanted it. Well, that and hot seat mode also has it, so it made sense. But it kind of forces you to think about it, Put yourself in the other team's shoes. If you're that coach, how would you play that? How would you play those units on the field? How would you place them? And that's basically what you're going off of. So, you have 2 CDs and a DF and 1 fullback. I'd probably put at least 1 CD in the box on the side opposite the fullback, and then they have the DM. They can only play in one place. They have an AM with solid passing. I'd probably play the AM up high, probably in the 4th row. The CM would have to be in the middle to actually play the ball forward. Although the CM has nutmeg, but Sellers has slide tackle, so he'd probably be more aggressive. And then obviously the AM, yeah. And then they have a left forward as well, who's going to be really tough to deal with. Plus they have the CF, who's probably going to be on the edge because he has cannon shot. Now obviously I could be talking a lot of crap and they play something completely different, but that's a decent guess, I think. So I'm going to go with that. We're gonna counter the things that we know have to happen. They have to play a winger on the wing, no matter what. That goes without saying. So they have to do that. And what else do they have to do? They have to play the DM here. They have to play the CF somewhere here. They have to play the fullback over here, I think. And then what skills do they have? They have playing out and they have reaction. They don't have a sweeper, which means I don't need to worry about blocking any shots, so I'll be okay there. They do have a fullback on the left-hand side. I'm probably going to do that instead. You know, the fullback's going to suppress him. And then funny enough, I'm probably going to play Full of Love here. Instead of Allardyce, if I'm being completely honest. Let's take you out. That's an interesting one because Full of Love has slide tackle and layoff pass. Because he's English, he gets aggressive physicality, so he gets slide tackle for free, which allows him to learn something else. And then they get the ball first, though. That one left winger is going to be a nightmare to deal with, though. That's going to be my only problem. It's a tough one. Kelman at the front. We want Donahue. We want Donahue over here, I think. Yeah. I don't know where they're going to play the CD. And I need someone back here, but I don't want it to be Full of Love. So it's probably going to be you. Yeah, some tough decisions to make here. And then I think we're going to play Gilmore, or at least you in the back, because I need another valid sub. Playing out. Yeah, head play is not going to be very good here. So let's do this. Let's play Clark back here just so we get some experience as well. Yeah, it's doable. Alright. I really wish I could play him today, but I can't. I could do Kinley instead. It's just that Kinley's skill isn't very good. It's not a useful skill for the midfield. I think throwing in for this team is perfect because they're running the flank so often. Like, you only see throw-in when it gets lobbed out of bounds, or you get chased out of bounds when you run the flank. So it makes sense for this team. All right, let's play it. We have to play it. You should be there. They're a second place team though, so it's going to be tough no matter what. It's also snowing. Ooh, it's snowing. That's no good. Alright, so that's how they're playing it. I also like the fact that they move the fullback up. That kind of negates my ability to just nutmeg right here. You know, it's not great for me. It's great for them, of course. What else do they have? They have that. Okay. Oh, right. He's a left. Okay. I messed that up. I was thinking right for some reason. But they're both playing on the side like that, so yeah. And McDowell. McDowell needs to be over there. It's too late now, but later on, I guess. I see what they're gonna do. They're gonna pass. It's still invisible. Thought I fixed that. Guess not. Now see they've taken their turn, so I don't want to restart it now. It's too late. Yeah, it's alright. Yeah, they've taken their turn already. We can play with the invisible ball. It's not a problem. They're gonna go for the shot with Shinny. Yeah, of course, Shinny's the guy. Yeah, it's not surprising. Alright, they have a DM and they have an MF. What's the play? I mean, I have a bunch of plays I could make for sure. I could just take the shot, honestly. I might just take the shot if I'm being honest. Just kind of set him up like that because I can't really hold the ball because of this guy really and this guy. Even though it's snowing, but this guy's also there. So I'm just gonna shoot. Ooh, that goal though, it's no good. We're gonna get it to Kelman, who's gonna get a shot on goal from the corner because they have CDs lined up like that. It's a solid shot too. I wonder if I should go for it. Yeah. Like it's their control. Their control is so high that I don't think a corner makes sense. I might just take the precision shot. Yeah. A power shot would have given me a chance of a corner, but their control is so high I don't think I can actually win the ball. Ooh, that's tough. Nutmeg. Oh, he's gonna do it twice. He's gonna try. Good try, good try. CD. Oh, they have the LB over there too. They have the DM. That's fine. Let's see. I'm gonna have to shoot it through multiple players though. It's not a big deal. He's an AM. It's just the one player. Oh, nice. He scored. Very nice. Yeah, okay. Now that I know what's going on here, maybe I can... already made the swap. He's going to run it down. I don't know if I'm going to get the ball, though, so maybe I'll play it like this. Maybe that helps a little bit. A little bit. Not a whole lot. And we'll see if that works. And I'll go back to this. I'll actually do this instead. It might feel pretty odd to shift the what's the word? It might feel odd to shift the positioning like this, but generally you want to go to where things are what's the word? Most open, really. So if I get it to him and he nutmegs, he'll have a really good opportunity from all the way over here. He'll have, how much will he have? He'll have like 94 or 100 plus accuracy if he succeeds on a nutmeg. If he gets into the box, it's even better, so I don't know. We'll do that instead. Let's see what you guys got. What do you got? What do you got? Yeah, I mean, of course. You're gonna run it again? No, you're just gonna go in. I like that. That's smart. Because I put the defender there, you know, I kind of locked him out of supporting, and he's the better defender. So that's smart. He's a keeper with long pass. Gonna give it to Full of Love. I have to move with the ball. This guy has slide tackle, even though it's snowing. I have to think about it as well. What's gonna happen? He's gonna have to move twice, or he can move once as well, and then win the ball. I'm just gonna run it. It's too dangerous right there. I need to move it. I can live with that. You can have it. That's fine. In fact, he has to get rid of it now. He can't keep it. Ooh, he kept it. That's not good. What's the play here? I can press. I can get pressing going, and then I try to win the ball. Yeah, 14 versus 19. But if I win the ball, though, I get a shot on goal. Nope. Okay. That's all right. Oh well. We'll take the draw. At least we'll take the 1-1 score line going into the half. Especially since they're a significantly better team than I am. It's not even close. All right. I need to get these other guys into the mix, though. I haven't been able to play him at all. It's been tough. Atkins is the guy, I think. Atkins is the perfect player here, as opposed to Kelman. Thinking about it. They also have him. They have that guy. Allardyce, I think. We're going to do Allardyce. They don't have nutmeg. Or they do right here. They probably try to nutmeg twice. Tough. Alright, I'm going to do this. Just trying to think of the best potential play, really. And I'm going to have to lob it. Alright. Yeah, I mean, I can just lob it. Who cares? Right. Yeah, DM stopped being relevant pretty quickly. They're scary for a while, but after you get, like, to the second league, or second league, they kind of stop being scary. Really good in the low leagues, though. Ooh, yep, he's going to use it. Yeah, but can he keep the ball, though? He doesn't have control. That was a good try. That was a play to make. He would have been over there, but, you know, let's see. He gets an opportunity on goal. He also has good accuracy from this area. But he's a DF, so he's going to get in the way. Huh, that's a problem. If that was a CD, that would have been a better opportunity, but he's a DF. So he's gonna block the adjacent shot, or try. And their control is so high, I don't know if it makes sense to go for a corner in this situation. I think I'll just do precision shot, really. Like, cannon shot's probably not gonna work. 3 versus 11 is crazy. Yeah, that's about right. That's fine. Ooh, what are you gonna do though? You can't keep the ball though. Let me see. I need some way to win it back though. We're gonna do that. We're not gonna slide. I don't think it makes sense. It doesn't matter where I go, so I'm just gonna conserve stamina. Idea is to keep the ball because you know, it's snowing. I have more potential. He's motivated. All right, Virgil, take it easy. Oh no. Oh, good save. That was a crucial save. I also like how they moved everybody back in preparation for this play. The AI doesn't get enough credit. At least I don't think so. But that was really smart. I'm gonna swap positions. Well, actually, oh, there's a way to score a goal here. I don't know if I want to risk it because he's so tired. There's a possibility to get another attack. I'm gonna risk it. We kind of need the win here. Yeah. Yep. Oh, I thought he was gonna get injured. Yeah, that was the play because they're gonna use that. They're gonna use that guy because he has level 2 slide tackle, so it's gonna happen. It's just that it's such a risk. All right, who am I gonna play here? I'm gonna put him in. Let's do him. Time for you to shine, guy. And then, McNee, yeah, you can sit it out. Yeah, I think that's about it. All right, let's see. We're gonna give Good Willie the ball here. We're gonna give it to him. He's gonna pass. He's gonna get that bonus to passing because he's still in his zone. And then we're gonna shift you to an LF just because. We're gonna put Donahue. Well, it's too late. We're gonna put Donahue here. We're gonna put Kelman here. And we're gonna see who, yeah, we're gonna pass over there then. He's an AM, so it's gonna be minus 60%, and then it's minus 50 because it's a neighboring towel. So his defense goes from 99 to 20. I wanted to see if I could pass there. No, he's a wall. I'm just gonna do that. Okay, that's our opportunity. Yeah, we have a chance to score. Yeah, it's possible. We're gonna beat you. And that goalkeeper, though. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I might want to go for a corner here just because I'd get another opportunity. But unless I get a clear shot on goal, I don't think there's much I can do. I'm gonna take the precision shot. Oh, close. It hit the goalkeeper. Good try. Got a nice setup. Yeah, and that's a second-ranked team. That's a first league team. I'm punching above my weight right now. Yeah, not bad. Their goalkeeper is really good. Made like 2 crucial saves, I think. Let's see what else we got going on. I think that's it for now. I wanna run out now. Go to the park. Oh, it's still nice outside. So I'm probably gonna run. Let me just see where I am on the table. Okay, based on goal difference, right? Yep, they lost, they won. Based on goal difference, I'm above them, right? So even though I've been losing, I haven't been getting blown out. To these guys, Renton FC, they chose the worst time to start getting bopped, I swear. Because the coach is just gonna play for growth now. He's gonna play for team building because they can't avoid relegation. And if you're playing for team building, you're not gonna use loan talent. Yeah, it was just bad timing. It's also my fault for not looking at that. If I had looked at that, I could have been able to tell. Yeah, they're just playing for growth now. Hmm. Oh well, you win some, you lose some, right? And it didn't cost me that much glory. It was like, what, 3 glory a piece because it's the same level? That's not even the end of the world. It is just a little disappointing. But they did train up Atkins, though. That was actually solid. Oof, I paid that much for him. Jeez. Well, he's not bad. He's a young player as well. And I want to keep him because he's young. I need young players. You know, my players are starting to age out of the game here, especially the midfield. Full of love and all these other guys, Allardyce and whatnot. Anyway, it's time to go. I'll probably play again early afternoon tomorrow. I'm probably gonna do a World Cup run just to kind of run through that. And we'll do it the way we did it last time. I'll watch the game, that way it's easier to actually explain what's going on. Kind of commentate on the games a little bit, kind of talk about what the AI is doing and talk about some of the other stuff. And then once we're done tomorrow, you know, we'll kind of leave it alone until next weekend. And that's pretty much how I'm going to do it until it hits early access. That way it's kind of helping them to catch bugs and stuff, and it's kind of keeping people in the know until they get a chance to play it themselves, really.